Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode, and today we are going to react to the new update to Lego Fortnite, right? So we just got in a new update this morning. As you can see, I'm in the process of downloading it. It is 57 GBs, but that's pretty much for the entire base game, right? But let's head over and see what the patch notes are for Lego Fortnite. So this is version 28.10. All right, go up, and maybe launch pads. Let's see if the leaks were true or not. Right, so builders stairs are pretty cool, but in version 28.10 brings, but version 28.9 brings another high up launch pads, making a futuristic structure where stairs are a thing of a past, or simply use launch pads to get somewhere quicker. Learn about 20 below. All right, so here's the first new thing: launch pad. It's a toy you can build to get somewhere fast. You can craft a glider with a level 3 crafting bench for some extra fun. Try putting a launch pad on a dynamic foundation. Holy shit, that's crazy. All right, so here's the first new thing. So we are getting launch pads. Definitely wasn't in any of the leaks, but yeah, let's scroll down and see. I can see this being useful in a couple of places, but it's nothing too big yet. More updates. We've seen tons of creations in Lego Fortnite already, and version 28.10 makes. Let me just zoom in a bit. Yeah, that's better. Version 28.10 makes creating even easier when you are piecing together a mountainside mansion, assembling a rocket powered flying machine, or anything in between. Have they finally addressed the dynamic foundation bugs? That's what I'm placing a build now will now remove any small bushes, rocks, or okay. So, all right. So, building structures will now remove natural resources, right? So, if you place it on top of a tree spawn, trees will disappear. Okay, that's what was intended to happen. I mean, like we didn't have that issue with trees, but maybe bushes and things. But yeah, you can now build more reliably. You can now reliably place builds on slopes. Okay, so they've added mechanisms for slopes, so that means we can build things on the mountainside. That should be more easier to build my highway. That's the one that I started quite some time ago. One more building parts. A variety of new sizes and styles for floors, walls, and roofs have been added. You can fill in the gaps. Okay, so we have more options for building stuff. You can now abandon a build in progress. This will leave any parts already placed and remove the blue preview part so you can continue customizing your creation. Oh, yes. Oh, my. Thank goodness for this. Sometimes when you do a preset build, you want to like stop midway and then go in a different direction. You could not do that. You need to finish you need to 100% complete that preset build. And then, I mean, like, it wasn't annoying because I wasn't using it too much, like me personally, but I guess someone who's building a lot using preset builds can find that annoying. So yeah, they kind of like address that. It's now more obvious when you use. It's now more obvious when you're using the snap mode. We've added more snap points to building parts. Oh, thank goodness! Like yeah, we really needed more snap points because it was good. It was good, but it could have been improved. Yeah, so I think they addressed that. Just village things. Bushranger, Rustler, and Tomato Head can now appear as potential villagers to join your adventure. Villages can now instantly be removed with the delete village option. This new option is available to the world owners and key holders. Don't want a village in town anymore? You can remove by getting rid of their bed and then asking them to leave. Holy shit, you can get rid of villages now. But this was not actually the issue, right? The issue was actually increasing the villager cap, right? Currently in a world, the villager cap is set to 15, right? So we don't want to remove villagers. Like there's nothing wrong with any of the villagers, right? I mean, from my perspective, I know. So if you want to add some new villages, you need to get rid of existing ones, right? I guess if you have some idle bases, you can just destroy the beds and get rid of those villages. Make room for newer villages in your newer bases. You can do that, but I don't think this is the solution to the village cap, right? They could just easily increase the village cap. I'm not sure what the downside to is. Maybe they have some technical difficulties from their end. Who knows? But that's what I would have expected to happen. Other stuff. Chest rewards have been improved with better loot. I mean, yes. I mean, fighting a brute is painful because you literally get just one scale from a brute. I mean, a brute fight can be tedious depending on what level you are. So I feel like that needs to be reflected better, especially those from fighting enemies and solving puzzles. Well, there wasn't exactly much puzzle solving. Blasters have wandered out of the cave and can be found in the desert. Oh, finally! Oh my goodness, we don't need to go into caves to look for these suckers anymore. They can be found wandering the desert. Yes, blast cores can be easier to obtain. Speaking of caves, brutes have been found their way into some. Oh my goodness, brutes are inside caves now. This is going to make mining much harder. Hermit crabs now attack your villages and they attack back. Okay. You can now get rid of any unwanted items like a skeleton pickaxe by throwing them into the campfire. Oh, we can burn shit now. Okay, cool. We've added a legend to the map to show players respawn backpack locations. Much appreciated. Where's the compass? With 28.10, more outfits in Fortnite are available. Ashok Atano, Finn, Jack Skeleton, Loki Lofferson, Scarlet Beast, Spider Man. Okay, so these are just bonus outfits. Higher detail Lego stars for outfits. Some outfits are already higher detail. Blah 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 blah. Cosmic Infinity Crusher, 560 Park Plug. Okay, so this has got like a redesign on the outfits, like higher detail ones. Okay, cool. Major improvements, adjustments, and bug fixes. Holy shit! So that's it. So there's no. Pretty much nothing from the leaks are confirmed, right? Uh, I mean that's crazy. Oh shit! Fortnite is starting. Let me just put that aside. Yeah, let me just put that aside. Right. You can now eat while moving. Oh my goodness! Finally, this is big. Like in the middle of a fight, you want to heal yourself, and you're stuck trying to eat a hamburger, which takes so long to eat, and you're in the middle of the fight, you get stuck. Yeah, thank goodness they fixed that. You'll no longer automatically pick up tools and accidentally fill your inventory with things you might not want. I wonder how do they decide this. I mean, like I like that they do that, but I wonder how do they decide which tools we don't want. Oh, you mean tools? If it's specifically tools, that means we have to go and press F or something and pick them up. Okay. Crossbow arrows now slightly have a slightly lower speed and more natural arc when shot. Crossbow arrows. So okay, so they've improved the physics of the crossbow shot. Added the ability to ping locations in the world. Wow. Okay, that's helpful when playing with friends. Depositing items in a chest will now stack them together. Oh my goodness, they fixed the stacking. We don't need. They do auto stacking now. My goodness, this works for dragging and dropping items in chests. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, come on, the stacking. Oh my goodness, the stacking logic was so dumb. Finally, they fixed that. This makes stacking much more easier. Who's there? Villages can now open. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Villages can now open doors. Finally, they don't get stuck inside houses now. To better fit with the environments, ramps now have more health. Okay. Alright, okay. Thrusters, balloon switches now give resources back when destroyed. Oh my goodness, fine. I mean, not something we were looking for, but yes, this is true. None of these things, like if you destroy them, like if you incorrectly place them for whatever reason, you destroy them, uh, you lose your resources. Yeah, finally, I mean, okay, that's a step, that's a step in the right direction, but not the one we're looking for yet. This only works for thrusters, balloon switches, and wheels after this update. Okay. Current ones will not drop. Okay, fine. Fried eggs takes less time to eat. We've also adjusted the recipe for fried eggs. Reduce the number of eggs. Oh my goodness, this is a massive update. This is a massive. You know, it never made sense why you needed two eggs to make one fried egg. It never made sense. That was Lego Fortnite logic, and finally they fixed that. I mean, it's not big, but it was just hilarious to see that. Right? You needed two eggs for one fried egg. So yeah, reduce fullness gain from 8 to 5. Reduce hearts gain from 5 to 4. Okay, so they nerfed the healing potential. The healing and the hunger gains from eating the egg. Okay, so one buff, two nerfs. Eating food with lower stamina regen buffs no longer overrides a higher value buff you already have. Alright, that's good to see. So basically, what it means is like if you have uh, eating food with a low no logo. Oh, okay. So what this means is like if let's say you have a higher stamina regen buff already in play, and you eat something that gives you a low stamina regen buff. This used to override the higher one, right? It used to override the previous buff you used to have, right? And this no longer happens. Fixed an issue where food wouldn't fill the correct amount of hunger when playing when certain game. Okay, I never faced that. Fix an issue where other players joining your world will spawn far away from everyone else. I think I ran into this bug once. I think that happened to a friend of mine. Fixed an issue where players would sometimes spawn in on the building. Yes, this happened to me multiple times. Finally, it's addressed. I didn't think it was a bug. I thought it was because the beds were placed way too close to each other, the respawn points. But yeah, you will no longer spawn on top of a cave after you have exited Fortnite Lego inside one. The respawn button now works consistently. Fixed a rare bug that prevented players from jumping after respawn. Okay. Chests no longer appear floating in the air when you load into the world. Alright. Boulders no longer change location when you load in the world. Destroying crafting stations no longer reappear sometimes when you load in the world. Attacks will hit and damage enemies more consistently. Alright. Sheep, cows, chickens no longer walk over fences. Oh, you can finally trap them. Oh, you can actually trap them and put them in a farm. Yeah, but herding them is still an issue. Nearby creatures will no longer accidentally get eliminated when a player does. Nearby creatures will no longer accidentally get eliminated when a player does. What does that mean? Nearby creatures will no longer get I've never seen that happen. Items you've stored in chests are no longer sometimes invisible to other players. Never came across that issue, unless I didn't know I was. Yeah, maybe fixed an issue where some players couldn't discover storage chest recipes correctly. Villages can actually do their metal smelter job if assigned. The village square will no longer get accidentally destroyed when you destroy something next to it. Fixed an issue where stations could lose their items when they are processed during rain. Fixed an issue where grasslands sometimes made players too hot or cold in areas near the dry valley of frostlands. Fixed an issue in mobile that you couldn't eat food, pick up, trade. Fixed an issue where some cacti weren't dropping resources when destroyed. Fixed an issue where some stumps couldn't be damaged. And starting a new world, Brittany Bomber Cuddle Team Leader will now follow you to campsite even if you wander off. They'll also properly appear every time when starting a new world. Players are no longer launched too high when they jump attack on a geyser. Fix an issue where you sometimes can sprint. Stability and performance. The frame rate is improved. Add a new message to say your world is closing and starting back up and you have to leave and rejoin the world too quickly. Improve stability so that crashes aren't as likely. Okay, what is this? Physics. Supply drops fall more naturally. Large builds are now more stable, less likely to break apart. Fall through the ground is. Oh, here we go. Dynamic foundation. Fixed an issue where dynamic foundations will sometimes go backwards when pushed. I mean, they just need to fix the pushing physics, right? Sometimes when you push, it's like you're too strong and it just goes flying, right? They need to address that. Fix an issue where dynamic foundations will sometimes refuse to move when you load back into your world. Dynamic foundations no longer get out of sync for other players in the world. Fix an issue where wheels would shift from the attach point or disappear. I mean, this has happened to me multiple times. Traveling long distance with balloons and thrusters no longer accidentally break off pieces. Oh my goodness, does that mean we can do the hack around? We might be able to hack around the dynamic foundations again without them breaking or bugging out. Fixed an issue where moving objects would jitter and knock players off them. Pushing objects like logs is now more predictable with less object stutters. I wonder if making a flying machine is now more doable. Pushing objects like logs is now more predictable. You can now show. All right, so I mean, like, there's no mention of the new biomes or anything like that. So that means all the leaks are false, and we pretty much got a lot of stability options, stability fixes, basically, bug fixes, right? So the new thing is the toy. Not even no mention of the new merchants as well. But I'll need to dive right in. I'll need to jump into the game and just check it out for sure to be certain. But the main things are this, right? I think the most important one is the things revolving around the dynamic foundations. I think reading this, and if I'm judging this, if I'm reading this correctly, what it means is, I mean, they haven't fixed the part where you can operate thrusters independently when placed on the same dynamic platform. So rather, what you can do is you can do the same hack that we do. We build it on different platforms and just drop it onto one so that and lock them in place, right? Without actually attaching them. It means we can do that now without the fear of them breaking and glitching out, right? That's what was happening. I will do this and confirm. This could mean that flying machines are back in the game. I need to let the boys know and see if they're if they're up to building the flying jingy majingy again. All right, there you have it, version 28.10 for Lego Fortnite. I wonder why is the version named like this? Is it like the overall thing for Fortnite as a whole and not just Fortnite? So this is like yeah. So this is Lego Fortnite's update specifically in this version. Yeah, so it's the base game update with the Lego stuff, right? So there you have it. Like, let me know what you guys think about the updates. Do you guys like the patches so far? A bit of a bummer that we are not getting new biomes and things, but this could mean that our traveling gimmicks could work this time, right? So we really need to check them out. I will definitely check them out and start live streaming. So stay tuned till then. Uh, and yeah, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you guys enjoyed the content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit then. Till then, bye bye.